Hey everybody, it's Amanda. Just wanted to catch up with everyone and let all of you know what's been going on with me in my training world. As far as things I've got coming up, next weekend is the Orlando Scottish Festival, so I will be in Orlando, Florida. If you hear any kind of snorting noise in the background, that's Keith Richards. He just drank some water and it's always like 30 minutes of throat clearing and everything else after that. But anywho, the Orlando Scottish Festival is next weekend, and that's also the North-South game, so that's a big deal, and I'm very excited to go and throw in the open with my friend JD in that. And then after that, the next big thing I have coming up is going to be the Arnold, and I think everybody knows when that is. As far as training has been going, the weather does make it difficult, especially when it's been raining and snowing and icing and stuff like that, but it's still important to get out and throw as often as I can. I am a weightlifter at heart, so it's very hard for me to get out of the weight room and onto the field more. Becoming a thrower, you know, I think of something that Brian Oldfield had said once. He said, weight training is to help throwing, not to replace it. And, you know, I'm a weightlifter, so it's hard for me to get past that and evolve into something else. And so I struggle at that. I do spend more time at the weights than is necessary, I guess, and that's something that I'm really going to work on in 2014. That was actually my New Year's resolution to myself, so that's what I'm going to focus on. In regards to weight training, because there is a power meet in May that I have agreed to pull in, and as in regards to that, I've really been trying to strengthen my deadlift, and I was here recently. I had pulled 425 and I videoed it, and that's floating around out there on Facebook somewhere. And I was so excited because, you know, for me that was such a good lift, and I was really happy about it. However, I'm stuck. I need to go up from there, and I've been struggling. And so I went back to my coach, and I'm like, what do I do? You know, you see me every day, so talk to me. What am I doing here? And he said, well, what did you do to get to the 425? And I was like, I don't know. And he said, yes, you do. That's what's so cool about my coach. And if y'all don't know who he is, look him up on Facebook. His name is Travis Futrell, and he's a phenomenal strength coach. But he told me, he said, you know what to do. He said, you've done it. He said, let's go back and figure out where it's breaking down. And so that's what we did, and it seems that I just don't have a lot of speed coming off the floor. So this past week, he had me pull from a deficit, and that does change everything. So hopefully, you know, I'll be where I want to be and make a good showing in May. That's the idea there. Although I actually have 2 or 3 Highland Games in the month of May, so May's going to be a busy month. But so that is kind of where I've been at in my training. I'm not going to lift it all next week because next week, obviously, I'm going to Orlando next weekend. Something else I wanted to touch on, besides just knowing when to go back to your coach. If you have a coach, you know, use them. That's what they're there for. And, you know, when you hit these places, you know, I've been an athlete a long time. I don't need somebody standing there counting every rep. But I do need somebody to kind of guide me and remind me when and why I did things and how to get back to where I need to go. And I think I harped on this in my last video blog, and I'm going to hit on it again in this one. It is so important to know what to listen to and what not to listen to. There is so much garbage out there on the internet, and it's like prevalent anymore. I don't know what has happened in the strength community that all of a sudden everyone who's ever held a barbell is an expert. But with the internet and with Facebook and with, you know, things the way they are, you know, anybody who has access to a keyboard is an expert on everything you need to know when it comes to strength training. And, you know, you really want to look at who you're allowing to lead you. And I've said it before, you know, numbers talk and bullshit walks. And if the person that you are looking to mentor you is just smoke and mirrors, you really need to consider why you're allowing that person to mentor you. If they're not doing what they say they're doing, then why on earth would you believe them? Why on earth would you follow them? If I'm paying money to attend a seminar, I expect results. I expect the goods. I'm paying you for a service. I expect a service. I'm not paying you to shoot the shit with me. And that is actually, it just blows my mind that people are okay with that. You know, they're okay with the smoke and the mirrors. And maybe it's because they don't have a genuine goal in sight that is attainable to them. So they're happy just going through the motions, and they're happy, you know, just being in the sport or working out, but they're not competing and they're not competitive in the sport. So maybe to them that's okay to follow somebody or to listen to folks who have really no experience and no real knowledge of what they're trying to do. So maybe that's okay, but it's not. If you want to grow in something, if you want to do the best you can, you really need to seek reliable sources. People who have the numbers, people who have lived the life, who have the results, who are not some silly overnight internet sensation. That I'm talking legit people with a legit record. That's who you want to follow. You know, I am a weightlifter first. I am not a thrower first, and I'd like to be. You don't see me out there holding throwing seminars. You don't see me going out to the local high school and trying to teach somebody how to throw the shot. That's not what I'm doing. I have coaches because I need a coach. And I know the difference, you know? And I really hope that people, if you don't take anything else away from this, please take that. Really look at who you're allowing to get in your brain. Because, you know, if you want to do well, you want to compete, then you need to find the people that are going to get you there. If not, you know, then go ahead and follow the circus act. Nobody cares. All right. I will see you people after Orlando. Mwah. Peace.